Hello, friends at Arch. My wife and I obviously can't be there with you in person, but we'd like to share an update of what's happening in a church plant in Tropic. We are very, very encouraged with what God is doing there. Some of you may know that I experienced a motorcycle crash about a little over 3 months ago that really has been pretty debilitating in a certain regard. But even though we spent about 30 days in the hospital total, I look at it as a real positive. God just brought us people all the time to witness to on a daily basis. And you know, we could have seen it as a real downtime, but we saw it as people we'd never have opportunity to talk to again, and or in any other setting. And we're just grateful that God gave us that opportunity, and He continues to do so. And it seems like it doesn't matter whether we're in perfect health or not so perfect health. God can use us. It's not about us. It's about His power working through us. So we're going to give you a little update on Tropic. Uh, my wife and I have put this together, and I hope that it'll be a blessing and encouragement to you. First, a little bit about us. We are Jonathan and Chris Edwards, and it's been our distinct privilege to serve Christ together for over 50 years. We have 5 grown children, 11 grandchildren, and 1 great-granddaughter. Our partnership with Northwest Baptist Missions began in 1975, and we've been planting and revitalizing churches in the Intermountain West all this time. Our current church plant is located in Tropic, Utah. The blue box at the bottom of the map shows the area that we're striving to reach with the gospel. According to this picture, you can see that Tropic is very near Bryce Canyon National Park. People from around the world come each summer to visit Bryce Canyon, and some of them come to worship at Community Baptist Church. We've had visitors from all over the United States and the world. Many of them ask us if we know that we're the only Bible preaching church in the area. If you'll notice the arrow in the back, that's where the church is located. Tropic is central to the communities in this valley, just 10 minutes from Bryce Canyon City near the entrance to the park, and Henryville, with Cannonville in between. Panguitch and Hatch are just 25 to 30 miles west. There is no good Bible preaching church in these communities. Biblical Ministries Worldwide started a work here in 2008 but could not continue with this ministry. That agency donated this attractive building on 6+ acres to Marysville Baptist Church, which we planted and pastored for 25 years. We began holding Sunday services here in April of 2023. Several college mission teams have come to minister to us and help with various projects. This team is from International Baptist College. They came in March of last year. Also in March, a group from Bob Jones University came to help with some of our work projects. This was our Resurrection Day shared dinner. There are well over 200 pins on the maps behind us representing tourist groups. This family from the Salt Lake City area comes each year to visit the canyon and enjoys worshiping with us. A great team of teens led by Dan and Deb Smith from First Baptist Church in Troy, Michigan, came to help build a 4th of July float and hold a science camp. We took first place for the best float. Dan Smith demonstrated many science experiments and used them to teach the gospel message. After having just 2 attendees at last year's VBS, we were thrilled to have 7 local kids join us along with a couple of tourist families. In August, we took the plane to a fly-in and car show near Bryce Canyon. We allowed people to sit in the plane for a photo op, giving us some great opportunities to get acquainted. By the way, that's a polygamous girl in the middle picture. On October 8th, our life was radically changed by an incident that took us completely by surprise when I was struck by a car while riding my motorcycle on a side street. These are 2 of our sons and their families who rallied around us in the hospital and beyond. Our son Josh and his family are still living with us, helping in so many ways. While we were in the hospital, Pastor T.J. Clapprich led an already scheduled mission building trip from Calvary Baptist Church in Winter Garden, Florida, to help in Tropic. They sent money to purchase all new windows for the main floor of the church, and then brought a skilled team to install them. The result was absolutely fantastic. After a time of hospitalization and a little bit of healing, we began to make the 107-mile trip to Tropic each Sunday to minister there. Josh has helped immensely by chauffeuring us each week in the minivan the Lord has provided us. We put together a low pulpit table for me to use to preach. That's John Ennis leading the singing. This was a Sunday before Christmas. The Lord is building His church in Tropic, Utah. Besides Josh and his family, we have a couple of new local families who have committed to come regularly. Scout and Angela Holm live in Tropic. They left the LDS church and sought us out in late September to learn more about the Bible. We've been meeting on Tuesday evenings via WhatsApp. Angela trusted Christ as her Savior after one of our online meetings and plans to be baptized on February 8th. Their children also are a delight for Krista to teach. The whole family is learning and growing. Tiffany and Kyle Smith live in Panguitch, where she is employed as a sheriff's deputy. Tiffany called Krista while we were in the hospital, looking for a Bible-teaching church. They too left the LDS church and trusted Christ right after the Charlie Kirk assassination. They both plan to be baptized in February as well. Right now, we're still a church plant out of Marysville Baptist Church, but we believe it won't be long until we can officially organize this group into a separate incorporated church. I am constantly amazed that a church in Winter Garden, Florida would care a whit about what happens in a small community that borders Bryce Canyon National Park. Under the pastoral leadership of Pastor TJ, Calvary Baptist Church has gone to extraordinary lengths to help us from infancy to at least the toddler stage currently. From canvassing to construction, from digging holes for fence posts to directing our first daily vacation Bible school, God has used the strength of an established church to help us become an established church in Tropic, Utah. Hopefully someday we can do the same for another church plant. And we met, this partnership was formed through Arch Ministries. My wife and my prayer is that you will be able to make contacts at Arch like we have in the past. And in future Arch meetings, we would be very excited to hear your stories of God's working. I just pray that all of you will continue to fight the good fight until we see our Savior face to face.